Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Future opponent and upcoming opponent, Gonzales, who will face Shakur Stevenson on October 26th on regular ESPN in Reno, Sparks, Nevada. Reno, Nevada to be precise, and it ain't no damn Reno, California. I cannot forget how dude had that article. There ain't no such thing as no Reno, California. No, Lake Tahoe goes into Reno in California. And Lake Tahoe is before you get to Reno. But nevertheless, this fight is really personal for both these dudes. Gonzales issued a statement. He said this fight is personal because Shakur Stevenson isn't good enough for my sister. So, what do you mean by he isn't good enough for your sister? What is it? Details. What? Is it because he's a brother? Now, I know somebody gonna come on here and say, hey, Tam, stop race baiting. You got the wrong dude. Don't come on here talking that shit to me. I don't play that shit. Don't come on here hey, Tam, how do you know it's about, it's not about, look, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it. Like I said, if you don't like what I'm saying, be gone. Get the fuck on. But like I said, I'm just posing that question. You have to ask that question. What's the problem? What's the problem? Why don't you want Shakur Stevenson to date your sister? Inquiring minds want to know. What's the problem, Brody? I remember George Lopez, and a lot of us talked about his special that I guess it was a special. I know he was doing some stand-up, and basically in the middle of his skit or doing a part of his skit, he said it's two things you don't do in a Mexican household, and one of them was bring home a black and a black girl who was like part Mexican. She raised her hand and said, well, I'm black. And to make a long story short, he threw her out. He cussed her out and all that stuff. Had her escorted out. It was somewhere in Arizona. So, is that kind of what the problem may be? He don't think this black fighter or black dude is good enough for his sister? I want to know. At the end of the day, we got to stop pretending that there isn't an issue between the black and the brown. And it's been going on for years. It's not everywhere, but it has been a little, it has been some extreme tension between the black and the brown. And we got to acknowledge it. I know there's people that say and come on my channel on a regular basis, say, hey, Tam, I'm Mexican. I don't have no problem with blacks. I grew up with blacks and all that kind of shit. Hey, you might be telling the truth. So I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that do have an issue with blacks. In Southern California, they have had extreme funk, extreme issues, fights, shootouts, etc., between black and brown gangs or black and brown people, just period. For who knows what reason. So that's why I'm kind of curious and want to know how deep is this situation and what does he mean that Shakur Stevenson isn't good enough for his sister? You have to watch those type of words when you say shit like that. I want to know. I'm curious to find out. But it's going to be a lot of controversy going into this fight. So I guarantee you it's going to be fireworks. The weigh-in is going to be crazy. So I'm looking forward to this fight. This is a can't miss. And who knows? I may go to the fight. Reno ain't that far from me. Reno is about shit from Oakland. Shit, Reno about a 2 hour drive. It's about a well, you have to, if you fly, you're gonna be in the air at least an hour and 10 minutes, because for some reason they have these flight regulations that you have to be in the air at least an hour now. Because at first Reno to Oakland was like maybe a 30-minute flight at best. But now you have to be in the air for at least an hour. But who knows? Like I said, I may go to that fight. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.